What's going on, everybody? It's the Jack here with another Wavature 101 video. Today's video we're gonna be discussing weak sides. I got 5 tips for you guys to strengthen up that weak side. Before we get into the video, I just want to throw out a couple quick shout outs to Chris Simmons. That man's been showing me love and supporting my channel, supporting me as a waver since I started my channel. So I just wanted to thank him. Thank you, bro, for just supporting my journey and really tuning in and giving feedback and really engaging with me as I engage with y'all. A couple more shout outs to everybody in my city that's been supporting me. My little bro Zay Sean, my other little bro Nation, my bro Lance. If you supported me since day one, shout out to you. Now that that's out the way, let's hop right into the video. I got 5 tips for you guys. Stay tuned. Every waver is going to need this, so make sure you watch this video. Make sure you like it, you archive it, you share it, because this is really, really important. Alright, let's get it. Alright, so tip number one is very simple. You just want to find your angles. A lot of times when it comes to you having a weak side, is because you're not hitting the right angle that's needed to help those waves flow in the proper direction or in the proper manner. So what you're gonna want to do is definitely find your angles. Ways to find your angles is just simply being experimental with the brush. During your sessions, maybe for 2 weeks you want to brush. So if this is your weak side, and then you're usually brushing straight down, change that up and come forward more. Or if you're usually brushing forward, maybe it's time to start brushing straight down. You feel me? And just be more experimental with your angles. Don't be scared to change your angles, because if that doesn't work, you always can go back. Remember, you can always bounce your waves back. But yeah, tip number 1 is definitely gonna be finding your angles. Tip number two is very, very simple. Tip number 2 is be consistent and precise. Once you find those angles and your progress starts coming in, your ripples are turning into waves, or you're getting the ripples, you want to make sure you're as precise as possible. You do not want to be all over the place when it comes to those angles, because that's how you got your progress from hitting those angles. So you want to be precise while hitting them, and also be consistent. You gotta be consistent. Which brings in my tip number 3 of brushing daily. When you're being consistent, the only way to be consistent is to brush daily. That's why tip number 3 is to brush daily. You want to be hitting that weak side as often as possible. No slacking on it. You got to hit that weak side as often as possible. Honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to your weak side, you might want to start having 2 to 3 brush sessions a day, just so you can make sure that side is being showed love. You feel me? You guys do not want to just be out here brushing, say, 3 or 4 times a week, thinking your weak side is going to get strong. When you're trying to get yourself stronger, you're in the gym trying to get bigger or whatever, you're working out on somewhat regular basis. You're probably going to the gym anywhere between 3 to 5 times a week. When you want to get better at shooting, you're outside getting your shots up every day, or you're at the gym getting your shots up every day. When you want to get your left hand better, you're working on your left hand every day. If you're an artist and you want to get better at painting, you're painting every day. It's the same thing that goes in with your waves. When you want to get your waves better, you have to work on them every day. This is something that you don't want to slack on. It's not something you want to relax on. When you're trying to make a weakness a strength, you gotta work. You got to work. You got to embrace that weakness. Don't complain about that weakness. Just put in the work to make that weakness a strength. Alright? And that goes for anything, not just waves. That goes for anything in life that you want to get good at. Alright, tip number 4. Tip number 4 is the S&E method. Jackson, what's the S&E method? The S&E method is the start and end method. This is something that I've been doing on my weak side, and I've noticed a lot of progress. Is when you start your sessions with that side and you end your sessions with that side. So if you grab your brush If my right side is my weak side, so I grab my brush and I start off on my weak side, go ham on my weak side. Then once it's like laid and everything that it looks good, I go in and do the rest of my head, you know, hit my back, my crown, my top, my left side. Then once everything else is good and gravy, I go back and hit my right side once again before I finish up that session. That goes for woofing sessions, that goes for wash or shampoo brushing sessions, that goes for product sessions, that goes for any style of session I will be having. Whether it's medium brush or soft brushing, whenever I put that brush to my head, I start on my weak side and finish on my weak side. Quick note, for that start and end method could help you with your crown as well. Just to throw that in there, you know, start with your crown and end with your crown. That's gonna help your crown come in, and any part of your waves that need help, whether it's your side, the top, the back, your crown, use that start and end method. It is perfect. I'm telling you, you guys would not be disappointed with the results. Tip number 5. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is document it. I'm sorry, guys. One second. I don't even know why people call house phones anymore. We all got cell phones. It's 2018. Why are you gonna call it a house phone? Alright. But yeah, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is definitely to document it. You know, take pictures. When you're taking pictures of how your weak side look and you're putting that work in, 2 weeks later, take another picture. Then 2 weeks after that, take another picture. And continue taking the pictures. Then maybe 2 months down the line, look at the first picture you took next to the last picture you took, and I guarantee you, you're gonna see progress, and that's gonna help you with your motivation. You know, you're gonna see a difference. You know, when you're constantly looking at something on the daily basis, you don't really see a difference because you're seeing it every day. So all those little changes that have occurred, you won't really notice. So like you take a picture March 1st, then you take another picture March 30th, then you take another picture April 30th. I guarantee you, you're gonna see a difference April 30th than you would March 1st. But if you was just looking at your waves regularly every day from March 1st to April 30th, you might not see a huge difference. Feel me? But yeah, it kind of wraps up this video. Just have 5 quick tips for you guys as far as your weak sides. Let's run them back down. Tip number 1 is to find your angles. Tip number 2 is to be precise and consistent. Tip number 3 is to brush daily. Tip number 4 is that start and end method, and tip number 5 is to document it. Yeah, with those tips, I guarantee you your weak side would just become just as strong as your strong side within a matter of probably a month or 2. You know, it's just gonna take that consistency and that hard work and dedication, don't get me wrong, but it'll definitely come. Couple quick things about the channel before I sign off this video. I want to do another Wave Talk episode. That's for those of you guys who don't know what the Wave Talk episodes are. It's when I have you guys ask me any question that you guys possibly have, whether it's about waves or about sports, music, just about anything it could be on. It could just be on who I am as a person or just advice. It could just be on anything. I let you guys ask me those questions in the comments. You actually could start those questions up on this video. Then a couple of weeks down the line, probably about like 4 or 5 weeks down the line, I'll take all those questions and answer them in the video, and put that out for you guys so you guys can kind of get to know me a little bit more. I really enjoy doing those. Also look out for my connections and flow video. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to be showing you guys a method to get your waves to connect better, to straighten out, you know, to remove forks and better your connections, and anything that helps with like getting your waves to really hit that elite level. That video is really going to help out. Alright guys, I'm about to sign off now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you guys a couple moments to do that now. Alright, being that you guys are now subscribed, make sure you hit that notifications bell, because when you hit the notifications bell, you're going to get notified every time I drop a video, so you don't even got to go searching for it. My video is going to be coming straight to you. Then you can watch my videos as I drop them. You dig? Alright, I'll see you guys next week. I'm going back to this thing that I usually say is to find something you want to accomplish by next Wavy Wednesday and go out and do it. Alright, I am out.